The history of Greece is a fascinating journey through time, starting with the classical period, 490 to 323 BC, known as a golden age of learning, art, and democracy. During this time, city-states like Athens and Sparta rose to power, and events such as the Persian Wars showcased Greek unity and strength. Philosophers like Socrates and Plato, as well as playwrights like Sophocles, shaped ideas that still influence the world today. The period ended with the conquests of Alexander the Great, who spread Greek culture across Asia, North Africa, and Europe, creating one of the largest empires in history. After Alexander's death, the Hellenistic period, 323 to 146 BC, saw Greek culture blend with traditions from Egypt, Persia, and India, leading to advances in science, mathematics, and the arts. In 146 BC, Greece fell to Rome, beginning the Roman Greece period, which lasted until 324 AD. Although under Roman rule, Greece remained a center of education and culture, influencing the Roman Empire itself. Byzantine Greece began when the Roman Emperor Constantine made Constantinople the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. During this time, Greece became the heart of the Orthodox Christian world, preserving ancient Greek traditions while developing its own rich religious and artistic heritage until the fall of Constantinople in 1453. After the fall of Constantinople, Greece came under Ottoman rule, which lasted nearly 4 centuries. While Greeks were treated as second-class citizens, they were allowed to maintain their Orthodox Christian faith and language under the millet system, which provided religious communities a degree of autonomy. However, the heavy burdens of taxation, land confiscation, and the forced conscription of Christian boys into the Ottoman military fueled widespread resentment. Periodic uprisings occurred, including the Orlov Revolt in 1770, an unsuccessful rebellion named after Russian Count Alexei Orlov. Count Orlov encouraged Greek revolutionaries to rise up during the Russo-Turkish War in an effort to weaken Ottoman control. Despite these hardships, Greek culture and identity endured, with the Orthodox Church playing a key role in preserving education and national unity. The growing influence of the Greek diaspora and Enlightenment ideals eventually inspired a nationalist movement, leading to the 1821 Greek War of Independence. The uprising officially began in March 1821 in the Peloponnese, led by figures like Theodoros Kolokotronis, Alexandros Ypsilantis, and others. Kolokotronis was instrumental in organizing the defense of the Peloponnese, leading successful campaigns such as the Battle of Karpenisi in 1821, which helped secure the Peloponnese region for the revolutionaries. Alexandros Ypsilantis, leader of the Philhellenes, led the initial uprising in Moldavia in 1821, aiming to spark a broader revolt, though his forces were ultimately defeated at the Battle of Karpenisi. Founded in 1814, the Philhellenes was a secret revolutionary society dedicated to liberating Greece from Ottoman rule, playing a crucial role in organizing the early stages of the Greek War of Independence. Another key figure, Athanasius Diakos, became a martyr after his heroic stand at Alamana in 1821, where he was captured and executed by the Ottomans. Demetrius Papanikolaou was a Greek naval hero who used a fire ship to destroy an Ottoman frigate at the port of Eressos in 1821, demonstrating the ingenuity and determination of the Greek forces. Sultan Mahmud II, the ruler of the Ottoman Empire, was resolute in suppressing the Greek rebellion. In response to the uprising, the Ottomans enacted brutal reprisals against the Greek population. Prominent Greeks, including the Patriarch Gregory V, who was hanged on Easter Sunday 1821. Greek neighborhoods in Constantinople were subjected to massacres and widespread destruction, causing fear throughout the empire while also provoking international outrage over Ottoman atrocities. The war also saw horrific atrocities, such as the Chios Massacre in 1822, where tens of thousands of Greeks were slaughtered by Ottoman forces, galvanizing international support for the Greek cause. Following the massacre, Admiral Konstantinos Kanaris orchestrated a daring naval attack on June 6, 1822, using a fire ship to destroy the Ottoman flagship anchored in the harbor. The explosion killed the Ottoman admiral along with hundreds of his crew, delivering a significant blow to Ottoman naval power and avenging the tragedy. Another tragedy occurred in 1823 during the Battle of Karpenisi, where Markos Batsaris, a revered Suliote leader, was killed in a night attack against Ottoman forces, solidifying his status as a national hero. Another important event was the destruction of the island of Sara in 1824. It was a brutal retaliation by Ottoman forces against the island for its role in the Greek War of Independence. Thousands of inhabitants were massacred, and the island was left in ruins, becoming a tragic symbol of the sacrifices made during Greece's fight for freedom. Greece's classical heritage inspired widespread sympathy for its cause across Europe. Many wealthy Americans and Western European aristocrats, including the famous poet Lord Byron, joined the Greek revolutionaries in their struggle. European governments also lent their support, with France, England, and Russia providing diplomatic, financial, and military assistance, which culminated in their decisive intervention during the war's later stages. In 1824, the Ottomans sought help from their vassal Egypt, led by Ibrahim Pasha, who launched devastating campaigns in Greece. Ibrahim's forces attacked Missolonghi, resulting in a dramatic siege from 1825 to 1826. The Siege of Missolonghi was a defining moment in the war, where Greek defenders endured over a year of brutal attacks by Ibrahim Pasha's forces before making a heroic but tragic exodus, with many choosing death over capture. Ibrahim's victories remained a serious threat to Greek resistance. His campaign in the Peloponnese was characterized by widespread destruction, as his forces razed villages, destroyed crops, and committed mass killings to break Greek morale and depopulate the region. The Siege of Athens in 1826 saw Ottoman and Egyptian forces besiege the Acropolis, the final Greek stronghold in the city, and although the Greeks resisted valiantly, the siege ended in their surrender, further emphasizing the dire need for foreign intervention. In 1827, the intervention of the British, Russian, and French fleets marked a turning point in the Greek War of Independence. At the Battle of Navarino, the combined fleets decisively destroyed the Ottoman Egyptian navy and crippling Ottoman control over Greek waters. This intervention was largely motivated by growing European public support for Greece and political interests in weakening the Ottoman Empire. In 1828, Russian forces launched the Russo-Turkish War, drawing Ottoman attention away from Greece and weakening their ability to suppress the revolution. Meanwhile, French troops under General Maison were sent to the Peloponnese to expel remaining Egyptian forces, securing key territories for the Greeks. In 1829, Greek forces achieved significant victories, including the recapture of several regions in central Greece. Finally, in 1830, the London Protocol declared Greece an independent kingdom, formally ending the war. The struggle and sacrifices of the Greeks, combined with European intervention, resulted in the establishment of modern Greece as a sovereign state.